Miller, tonight it seemed like, every time there was some sort of offensive penalty, so, whether it be a false start or hold or anything, it really seemed to bog down the offense. If you could just kind of talk about what you think the biggest issue was with kind of finishing some of these drives. Was it as simple as that, where it just got behind the sticks?
Yeah, I mean, I think you know when you play good teams, you got to do the little things right, and I think you could say that for any offense. I don't know specifically like on the data from the game, but if you have you know three times as many penalty yards as another team, it's not going to necessarily build in your favor. And I don't care what their record says. They're still Clemson. They're a really good team, a ton of NFL talent. So we've had these issues throughout the year where we're not disciplined enough, and we've had too many penalties. I mean, I remember playing Bowling Green, coming off Bowling Green, being like we have way too many penalties. And when you play teams that you're superior to in talent, it's not gonna bite you in the ass. And then sometimes you think, sorry for cussing, and it's not gonna you're not gonna think that it's an issue. And then we have nights like tonight where it was obviously an issue. So definitely something we got to get corrected going forward.
Miller, of the three losses this season, is this somehow more frustrating? Just kind of given that the late opportunities that you guys have, but still weren't able to cash in on.
I mean, I don't know when you're a competitor and you put everything you have into this every single time you come up short is painful and frustrating. This obviously being the most recent is going to hurt. And I think if it doesn't hurt you when you come up short, then you are on the wrong team and you are playing the wrong sport. So we had our opportunities, but when you play a very talented team, you can't give them opportunities over and over and over again to win the game.
You kind of touched on it there. The defense did give you some opportunities late in the game. What's the discussion going into those? Because I suspect you obviously want to go down and win the game, but
Right.
what's the mindset going into those late moment opportunities?
I mean, I don't know if there's any discussion in terms of a mindset that's different than any other drive. I mean, the goal of any drive is obviously to get points, and I think we had the opportunity to do so. Our kicking game's been great all year for us, and Coop and Keller. I mean, like maybe it wasn't their night, but I know every single guy, myself included, has their back and supports them. And this is obviously the ultimate team game. So, um, people want to blame them. Like it's completely like we're not hearing any of that. We're a team. We have each other's back, and all 100 whatever guys own this loss. It's not on one particular area.
I guess kind of going off that with some of those unsportsmanlike penalties for cleaning those up, is that just a matter of holding each other accountable, or how do you just I guess with some of those when tempers flare, frustrations kind of rise, how do you guys hold each other accountable in those moments to not get those penalties?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You're competitive. It's getting to the end of the game. You want to do everything you can to win the game, but I mean, the ultimate competitors have the greatest amount of focus in those moments, and they don't go like this. They're able to kind of flatline and stay even keeled, and that's obviously something that we have to work on. And I don't think something like that gets fixed week to week. I think that's a cultural thing and an off-season thing that's going to need to be addressed. But like I said, it didn't come down to any one thing or any one penalty. We own this as a team, and we all have each other's backs in doing that. Thank you guys.